The biggest struggle for brands right now is to cut through the noise. There is so many different things you can do. You've got to do paid ads, you've got to do this, you've got to do that. But what's really at the core behind great cult-like brands is impactful storytelling that builds a community, and then that community goes on and does the marketing for you. I founded Jive 16 years ago, all based on that premise of really strong storytelling is what matters. The person who helped me realize that that storytelling ethos was the core of Jive is actually Richard Branson. So Virgin Radio happened to be one of our first clients. We were launching their social media channels, and Richard flew in for the event, and we were sitting in the back of the car driving to location. And I just remember him saying, you know, the key of great marketing is great storytelling. And obviously it stuck with me because it was him, but it was true. Like, if you go to a movie, if you're engaged in a conversation, the storytelling aspect is what makes something memorable. And I feel like a lot of brands have forgotten that. They're trying to just push out marketing messages. They're trying to hit certain KPIs, but you need to have a heart and soul, and then you need that to move into all of your different areas of marketing. So at Jive, we do a few things, and we do a few things very well. So we do traditional PR, we do performance PR, we do organic social, and influencers and UGC. But what unites all of those is the storytelling at its core. So everything we do is going to be tied to an overall story that's going to help your consumers tell your message for you. And listen, it's not all about brand. You need to have ROI as well. So yes, you know, your organic social and your PR is building more of your brand equity, your credibility, but your influencers and your UGC, that needs to be driving performance. Every campaign should be ROI positive. And if it's not, you're not choosing the right influencers. You're going to a generic database where there's a ton of influencers that are hawking a whole bunch of products. You need to spend the time to select influencers that are relevant to your brand and can actually produce results. One of the things you will hear on repeat at Jive is this cultural relevance. Everything we do is aimed at making brands relevant with their target market. So whether it's trend jacking, news jacking, inserting them into the conversations, often creating trends for brands, that's what you want to do to have longevity and make your brand memorable. One of the biggest and most frequent compliments we get is on our team members. The average team member has been with us for 5 years, which is unheard of in agencies, and they are just switched on. They are so proactive. Clients will often say, oh my gosh, I hadn't even thought about it, and you're ahead of it. So I think that combination of just being great humans, but also just strong executors is what makes the Jive team stand apart and why we have such a high client retention rate. So there's a term that a lot of our clients have started using called the Jive effect. And it's so cool. It's like a combination of, yes, Jive gets great results, but just also the way in which the team comes in and collaborates with them to do it. We've had so many clients say that their meeting with Jive is one of the favorite of their week. When we take pride in that, like, at the end of the day, we are an extension of our client's business. We want to be seen as like your growth partner that you can count on for whatever you might need. One of my favorite quotes is that people are not going to remember what you say or do, but they're going to remember how you make them feel. So the energy of your brand, the messaging, the storytelling, all of that has to evoke emotion in the people that you're going after.